Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So 10 minutes away, one of your last chances to get the guaranteed entry pass to Coheed and Cambria, our free Q101 pop-up Thursday. You might be saying, like, well, it's free, right? Why do I need this? Because guaranteed entry will be helpful when there's thousands of people in line trying to get in a place that holds 500 people. Also, you will meet Coheed and Cambria. How about that? All sponsored by the Cubby Bear, Boost Mobile, and Modelo. So that's coming up in Clash with Kenzie in less than 10 minutes.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Are you kidding me with the Chicago baseball? But first, the Bulls got blown out by the Oklahoma City Thunder, 145 to 117 last night. The Bulls are back at it tonight at home against the lowly Toronto Raptors. But still trying to bask in the glow of Josh Giddey's half-court shot.
It was fun.
It's still there. That call is one of the best calls, and dare I say, even with 15 years of Michael Jordan, one of the best calls in Bulls history of how they it still gives me goosebumps. But then they lose last night by 30 points. It's kind of okay.
Oh, the Thunder are good.
Yeah, the Thunder are really good. 62 wins, I believe they're at.
That's correct.
The White Sox scored early and often against the Minnesota Twins, jumping out to a 7-0 lead in the second inning after Andrew Benintendi hits his 100th career home run.
Benintendi puts a charge into this one. Right field. Bader looking up. Get out! Benintendi, 100th career home run as the White Sox jumping all over Minnesota here in the second inning. It's a 7-0 lead.
Moderate excitement, moderate. I mean, it's 100th home run, man. A little more would be nice. A little more oomph.
I think they were just shocked that they had scored 7 runs in 2 innings.
Is that us? The announcer was like, who hit that? Sox pitcher.
Who's here? What's going on?
Sox pitcher Martin Perez pitched 6 scoreless innings in the win yesterday. The 4 White Sox starters that have pitched this year have yet to allow an earned run. It's a good stat.
It's incredible.
That's a pretty amazing thing.
Absolutely incredible.
Is this the Sox year? Kenzie?
I told you, they said they're going to play better, and then everyone was still mad at them. I'm like, okay.
Kenzie has been a positive beacon of light with the White Sox going through this. They're one of only 5 teams in MLB history to do that, following in the footsteps of the 1914 Red Sox, the 76 Brewers, the 2013 Giants, and the 2019 Blue Jays. So they're in very good company.
Absolutely.
How about them White Sox? But not to be outdone, the Cubs, where we'll be at Friday for the home opener. More on that in a second. They stayed out west and battled the Athletics in the first game of a 3-game series. So it was the A's home game in Sacramento at a high school baseball stadium.
Not a high school. Don't be mean to them.
It looked like a high school baseball stadium.
It's a AAA baseball stadium.
I like AAA baseball stadiums. That looked like a high school baseball stadium. That did not look like that. And wow, how about this? The first game of a 3-game series, the Cubs scored 18 runs. Sadly, most of us were asleep while this happened.
True.
I mean, did you watch it, Kenzie? Were you up? Was your husband up yelling and screaming in the house at all?
My husband was up.
Oh, okay. That's good.
He's all about it.
18 runs. Good Lord. Capped off by catcher Carson Kelly hitting for the cycle. That's the first since Mark Grace. Oh, I haven't said Mark Grace's name in a while. Since Mark Grace did it in 93, before Kelly was born, and here is him completing the cycle.
Center field. Going back, Bleday. It's off the wall. Racing towards second. Go! Here we go! And he's in! Oh, my! We got a cycle! Take that, Mark Grace!
Love it. Inducing his name in the call.
Fired up.
Mark Grace's ears rang somewhere like Spider-Man. Like, what happened? What are they doing? Amazing. The Carson Kelly game now. Wow. Since 93. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing to say that. I'm not sure the gap in cycles of players on teams, how far. Like, does some team have a cycle only 5 years ago?
Well, it's very ballpark dependent.
Yeah.
So teams with like the Yankees and the Reds who play in really small ballparks, it's really hard for their players to do it. Nah, that's fine. I didn't look at that and go like, ugh, the Cubs haven't hit a cycle since 93.
Yeah. So both teams back at it today. Sox first pitch is at 6:40, Cubs at 9:05. And remember, we've got the opening day broadcast, the home opener this Friday at Almost Home Tavern and Grill, where we did it last year, our second anniversary. We'll have concert tickets every hour. Oh, fired up for that game, 120 Padres at Wrigley. It's supposed to be about 50 and partly cloudy right now, so a pretty good day for opening day. So we're broadcasting from 6 to 10 Come on out. 3800 North Clark. So it's diagonally north of the Metro. It's a great spot for Cubs games pre and post, and for concerts pre and post. The food's amazing. Love the people in there. Join us at Almost Home Tavern and Grill this Friday, 6 to 10 a.m.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Well, as we mentioned, our Cubs opening day broadcast Friday, the night before, which is 2 days away, Thursday, at the Cubby Bear. The Q101 free pop-up with Coheed and Cambria. And download your first-come free ticket at Q101.com. Now, guaranteed entry, it does exactly that. Guarantees your entry into a place that's going to be a blast Thursday night and packed. So, 312-591-8300. Call right now to compete against Kenzie in trivia. If you beat her, you get those. And you're going to meet the band.
Woo!
How about that? Sponsored by our great friends, the Cubby Bear, Boost Mobile, and Modelo. So call now to compete, 312-591-8300. And if Kenzie wins, she's going to give them out anyway to everybody else listening, not the competitor, of course. I mean, you lose, you lose. That's it. But call now to compete, 312-591-8300.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
Let's go. Coheed and Cambria guaranteed entry passes still on the line today. And tomorrow we'll do this as well. And you'll also meet the band if you win today and tomorrow over at the Q101 pop-up. It's free, but guaranteed entry. Very important with expected crowds of 78,000 people on Clark Street
Oh, my God.
for the 500 spots at the Cubby Bear. This band's playing Northerly Island later on, of course, and to give you perspective, they played Riot Fest on one of the main stages a few years ago. Yes, they bring them in. So this should be epic and a unique, once-in-a-lifetime performance of Coheed at the Cubby Bear. Could it be Jason that wins these passes? Jason, ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Ahoy. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I don't know, man. I'm a big Coheed fan. I saw them probably back in 2014. They came down to Aragon. Haven't had a chance to catch them since, but big fan. I'm from Lowell, Indiana. Yeah, I'm just excited.
Okay, I feel you. You just brought back a memory to me because yesterday at my daycare, I met another dad who said, "Hey, man, you couldn't help me out with those guaranteed entry passes." I go, I'll see what I can do. As usually we get hit up for things like that. He goes, "Yeah, I saw Coheed at the Warped Tour in 2005, and I was under a semi-truck watching the show to watch it." I said, "Well, you've earned them there, but you got to compete against
And
Kenzie
here he
to
is
get
at
them."
daycare. He's like, it's a different life now, man.
Yep.
So, speaking of daycare, Brian, I don't know if you remember, maybe about a year and a half ago, you were talking about mulling the idea of getting a vasectomy. I was the one that called you and told you about the problems I had.
Yes, I do remember. You scared me away from it.
Well, two and a half years later, it's doing good. So
There you go.
Yep.
In the long run.
Yeah, but 2.5 years of misery is what you're saying?
no shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, boy.
So close.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just do other methods.
There you go.
Okay.
Sorry, Kenzie. All right, here we go. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets something wrong, you can steal a point. And she can do the same to you. Call heads or tails. Jason.
Let's go tails.
It is heads. I'm sorry. Oh,
All
boy.
right.
Kenzie, question number 1. How many U.S. states start with the letter P, as in Paul?
Well, let me run through them.
Well,
Quickly.
Well, what's that?
it's a game show. There is a
This
time limit.
sucks. I can only think of Pennsylvania.
So you're saying 1?
That's all I got.
That's what you got. That's it. You're right. There you go.
That's it?
That's it. 1.
Because Pittsburgh's a city.
Yep.
That's what they
In
get you.
Pennsylvania, no less.
God.
And Philadelphia with a P is also in Pennsylvania.
I know.
Isn't it wild how that worked out? Back to Jason.
That's right.
What actor has become the subject of a popular internet game, The 6 Degrees of Blank?
That would be Mr. Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon is right. Jason's on the board, 1-1. Back to Kenzie. Alta Vista, Ask Jeeves, and InfoSeek were early versions of what on the internet?
Ask Jeeves. Well, like, it's a question site.
Okay, is that your answer?
Like, well,
There's a phrase we're looking for, what they're actually called, those things.
like a like a search engine?
Search engine. There you go.
Okay.
Got it. Woo, right before the buzzer. Back to Jason.
Mm-hmm.
What convenience store sports a cartoon beaver as their mascot?
That's going to be Bucky's, a.k.a. Boosie's.
Okay. Did he stutter?
So there's no Buc-ee's near us.
Yeah.
But I know Jason lives in Indiana. When I head down to Nashville to see my mom, there's a billboard, I think it's in Northwest Indiana, that says 587 miles to the next Buc-ee's.
And people drive there for Buc-ee's.
They're insane.
My wife just drove to Georgia and on the way stopped and got me a Boosie's hoodie.
Okay. Did he stutter?
Damn. And they're known for just being a huge store, candy, sandwiches.
Beef jerky is kind of what they specialize in. Yeah.
I think there's one opening in Wisconsin this year.
That sounds right.
I hear they have good Boosie meat.
This guy.
You keep going, you're going to get an extra point, buddy.
2-2, it's back to Kenzie.
Kenzie.
I got
Hey.
Kenzie,
He's still
name,
down.
Kenzie, name one of the 4 remaining men's teams in March Madness. Just one of the teams left. There's 4 left. Final 4.
I don't know, Duke.
Duke is one of them. Very easy guess on that
Always
one.
good.
Also, if you're watching White Lotus, boy, Duke is mad at White Lotus. But I'm not going to get into that right now. It's incredible, that show, if you're not up on it.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing we can't do right now in the middle of trivia.
Thank God. Self-awareness, finally, Brian.
Back to Jason.
Yep, 3-2.
Jason, what baseball team is playing their home games in Sacramento this season? Just mentioned it in sports a little bit ago.
Padres.
Padres is not right.
Stop.
Kenzie.
God, you said it in our sports?
I just said it 20 minutes ago. Thanks for listening. Appreciate a fan.
Loyal P1 right here.
Ooh, P1, good use of that word. Guess the team. 3, 2, 1.
I don't have anything. I have
Okay.
nothing for you.
That would be the A's, the Athletics, who have removed their name of the city because they're playing in Sacramento, moving to Vegas, and that stadium's not built yet. So now they're just the Athletics, where it's the Chicago Cubs, the Chicago White Sox. There's just no city. It's the Athletics.
Oh, because they're playing at the you didn't like the stadium because it's
looks
it's
like
a AAA.
It looks like a high school stadium. AAA,
Yes,
a lot of great AAA baseball stadiums, but that one, not so good.
Okay.
All right, so it's 3-2.
And back to Kenzie. She can go up by 2 here.
Okay, Kenzie. Here we go. Which
Awesome.
American actress became a fashion icon and starred in films such as Breakfast at Tiffany's and My Fair Lady?
Audrey Hepburn.
Wow, good quick one on that one. Now, Jason, you're in trouble. You need one here, okay?
I do.
How about this? What is the largest key on a standard computer keyboard?
Spacebar.
Spacebar is right. 4-3. The bad news is Kenzie can win with the next question. Kenzie, Phil and Claire Dunphy are 2 of the main characters in what sitcom that portrays the lives of 3 American families?
Modern Family.
Oh, and Jason sounded really mad.
I know, he
that.
obviously loves that show.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Kenzie wins. I'm so sorry, Jason.
It is what it is. Good game.
Wow. Very,
Good
very
sportsmanship.
philosophical perspective on it.
Loser. No kidding.
I'm really glad your vasectomy is going well.
Yes.
Well,
we're
I will. Next time I make a drive, I will stop at Bucky's and get Kenzie some Boosie juice.
I want some.
Listen, listen, Jason, thank you, man. And here's the thing. You can hang up right now real quick and still win these things. So coming up in 3 minutes, we'll let God bless the baby. In fact, you know what? Let's not wait 3 minutes. Let's just do it right now. Let's give people what they want.
God bless the baby.
312-591-8300. Everybody listening, including Jason, call right now for those guaranteed entry passes, and you'll meet Coheed and Cambria Thursday night at the Cubby Bear.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
All right, so we got our winner of the Coheed and Cambria guaranteed entry, and they'll meet the band. We'll do it one more time tomorrow. Make sure you're here on the phones at 7:10 for that to compete with Kenzie and Trivia, because the event is Thursday night, the day before our Cubs broadcast, Friday at Almost Home Tavern. So a lot going on in Wrigleyville with Q101 Thursday night and Friday morning. Be with us. Lots of free stuff, good entertainment for you, and fun. So all that information at Q101.com. And also, I'll tell you what, coming up here in 6 minutes, we'll give out the keyword again for a chance to go see Oasis at the Rose Bowl, which will be fantastic. That keyword coming up if you missed it earlier, just a few seconds away. First, let's update Piece of Garbage Madness, what's going on, our brackets. of people and things that have been pieces of garbage in the past year. You vote, you decide who advances. Where are we at? Well, let's recap yesterday's matchups, which started in the show, and there's one going right now. We'll get to that in a second. Tough matchup yesterday with the 6-seed Bears Stadium drama. Upset City over 3-seed Indiana annexing Illinois.
Really?
I guess it's just as we predict. No one cares.
Okay, so you're doing your sports lingo here. So who won?
So the Bears, by sports lingo.
Because you're like, there was this big upset against the 3-seed, but who won?
So
who is going forward?
The 6-seed Bears will advance.
I see.
As a bigger piece of garbage than Indiana annexing Illinois, according to you, the people. And
I agree with that personally.
Well, I was shocked, but it also goes to our thoughts that we're the only one that talks about Indiana annexing part of the state. Do you realize how big a deal that
A
is?
third of the state, a third of the counties.
They want to rewrite the maps and take our people, even though they want to go because they voted on some kind of referendum that they want to leave.
Yeah.
But we can't let them leave because then all our taxes will go up if those downstate counties want to go.
We can't have that.
You can't go.
I don't know if our taxes could go up anymore.
Fair point. But
Famous
At what
last
point
words.
are they like, here's $1 from your paycheck? I was like, wait.
Kenzie, when you said that, politicians all across Illinois said, "Hold my beer." Watch what I'll do if we lose. If we lose a third of the state, good Lord. So I'm sorry. People think the Bears Stadium drama is a bigger piece of garbage. They advance.
Wow.
Then
Also, they're trying to get us to pay for that. So both have a lot to do with our money, in fairness.
one of the more insane matchups that have happened so far in piece of garbage madness. An insane Josh Giddey last-second half-court shot to win. Number 2, Netflix price hikes. Won on Facebook, lost on Twitter, and lost on the Instagram story. But when I counted up the votes, it was more votes on Facebook that took home the victory from 7-seed more speed cameras. So Netflix price hikes, wins, and advances is a bigger piece of garbage. But the speed cameras had legs, and people like myself, I voted for them.
On all 3 platforms. Right? Stuff in the box.
And that's the lesson. If you want yours to win, go on all 3 platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram story to make sure the one that you want to advance as a bigger piece of garbage does. Because I wanted the speed cameras to advance, even though I also hate Netflix price hikes. But I've given anything I've given in addition to Netflix, I've given to those speed cameras more. About $1,200 in tickets I've had.
Speaking of money, that one's tough for you.
Tough one. Complete blowout. 1-seed Egg Prices took out 9-seed Jonas from Twister.
I thought I knew our listeners. Shame on you guys.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
It really is interesting. I think he's kind of become endearing in a way.
He has become the show's mascot.
Yeah, so I think
I don't dislike him.
well, he's a night crawler.
Which I just thought was the name of his lab. I stand by that. I had no idea it was an insult.
It's one of my favorite things you've ever said. You thinking that he's a night crawler meant like he's a Chicago Bull, but night crawler was merely just an insult.
No, I didn't know that.
I guess in a way we'll pour one out for Jonas from Twister with the entire line from Twister.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
Who is that, honey?
Jonas Miller, he's a night crawler. We all start out in the same lab, and Jonas went out and got himself some corporate sponsors. He's in it for the money, not the science.
You did not tell me. Like, doesn't Nightcrawler sound kind of cool? It sounds like the name of Batman's car or something. Nothing about it sounds bad.
Bad guy, but also a bad ending for him in the movie.
Tough one.
Sorry to spoil that. Also, same with this matchup, a minor upset, but possibly a seeding issue with the committee. I'll take that up later with myself. 5-seed Aaron Rodgers destroyed 4-seed Tyson Paul fight stream. And so Aaron Rodgers, boy, the people arguing with me, very vile DMs I got about why isn't Aaron Rodgers a 1-seed?
Yeah, they make a point.
Yeah, but I'm just enjoying my
still just vote
Monday
for him.
afternoon. I don't need vile DMs. What was that, Kenzie?
I was going to say, you could still just vote for him, though, so relax.
Yeah, you decide. You decide in the voting. So that was yesterday. Here's what's going on right now. The current matchup is 6-seed Chicago Renderings. To understand this, some people are confused by it. It's when the Bears came up with this incredible rendering of what the city will look like after they redefined Soldier Field
As
and
long
the
as
lakefront.
you pay for it.
Yeah. We're going to make you pay for it. And also, it's not going to happen. Same thing with the United Center whole city redo over there, the $7 billion project. They make it look like it's the year 3000. That stuff's not going to happen. This city loves making cool renderings.
Yeah, spending money on those, wasting all of our time arguing.
And that's going against a 3 seed, people who call Twitter X.
And that's my vote.
This is when it starts to get tough, people, okay?
This is where you really got to decide. I want to get to a couple other matchups that we're all up against it, but a few more coming up today. The 10 seed waiting in the Ticketmaster queue versus 2 seed, the Bears.
Oh.
How about this one? 1 seed, the Kennedy Construction Project versus 8 seed, Blake Lively.
This is like Duke against another good basketball team because I can't think of one. This is when it gets really tough.
That could be upset city.
Okay.
So those two are coming later today.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.